Hey guys, how you doing? Welcome back to the CSO Pro. Again, my name is Carson Cook, and today we're going to be talking about a pretty fun topic, guys, and it's how not to sell like everybody else. How do you not sell like everybody else? Now that sounds like a little bit in sales of kind of an offensive statement, but guys, there is a pattern amongst people that are always within the top 1%. Now, running a sales company myself and running a sales company or various sales companies, you always notice that your top 1 to 5% of the sales representatives that you have make 90% of your sales, which means that there's a ton of people underneath, okay, that are not just quite hitting the numbers, or they're not as good as your top teams or top performing teams. And the difference between the 10% or the 1% or 10% of those people, those top 5 people, is that they don't sell like everybody else. Now, they follow the same processes of everybody else, but it's that extra little 1% that makes a difference. And that's what this channel is for. This channel is to teach you that little 1% or that 10% of the top performers in the country and what they do differently. The very, very small things make the world of a difference. So when we're talking about how not to sell like everybody else, you don't want to sound like everybody else, because if everybody else are hitting really bad numbers, you don't want to replicate what they are doing. A good example is I used to sell merchant processing or credit card processing, and we still work in that industry with a lot of different other ISOs. And we do a lot of consulting with them. We also set a lot of appointments for them. We do a lot of lead generation, and we also still work within financial services. And people that walk into the door to meet a business owner and they say, "Hi, how you doing? I sell credit card processing, and I'm seeing if I can save you money on your rates." That's what everybody else sounds like. That's what everybody else sounds like. And that's what a representative that maybe will close 1 or 2 deals a month sound like, not the people that will close 30 to 40 per month sound like. Those people need to have a different approach, a different pitch. So not sounding like everyone else is extremely important. So we're going to talk about 3 different ways on how not to sound like everybody else. And also there's a pattern of these type of salespeople that are door-to-door or business-to-business or even corporate level sales that still sound like everybody else, and they end up not getting the sale. So it's really good not to sound like them, to sound like something else that's more effective. So one of the major differences that top performers have over people that like to display and present is that they inform their client of their intentions. Now that's a big thing. That's a bold statement to when you meet a client to tell them that my result here, my intention is to take my product and sell it to you, which means you'll give me money for it. So I need to show you the value of this. And here's the process of me showing the value. You need to go with me through that process so that we can arrive at an agreement to where if you see my product being beneficial within your business, that you will make a decision and go forward with that product. So my intention is to present you with the right information. And at that point, you overcome that objection, that one objection where, well, I'm not going to make a decision today, or how do I know if I'm going to work with you, or how do I know if I'm going to like you? But I am 100% honest right off the bat. It says my intention is to provide the best quality service and knowledge of my product to you so that you can make a well-informed decision. And then at the end of that decision, I will ask for your business. I will ask you to get set up. And that's a big, big, big statement that everybody needs to use. Another thing that's going to help you not sell like everyone else is that you need to tell them the truth 100% of the time. Okay, now newer sales representatives or those that have not been in the industry for very long, or those that don't know their product that well, they might tell a little white lie, or they might leave out information. And leaving objections off of the table and trying to ignore them sometimes can shoot you in the foot later, instead of discussing them with your customer, with your arm around your customer and moving forward through the sales process. Say, hey, there's this one negative thing that I think based off of my experience you're going to bring up, and we need to talk about it right now and overcome this. So you need to tell them 100% the truth all the time. If you think if there's an issue with something and you kind of want to work around it, you say, no, we can't do this. Okay, it's okay to tell a customer no sometimes. No, we cannot do this. We have to do this. You're the expert in the field of selling your product. The third thing that's going to really help you to not sell like everybody else, to be a little bit different, is to literally watch everybody else and not sound like that. So one of the things that I did to help me get quick within the industry of credit card processing is I went on some ride-alongs and I listened, and I went on the ride-alongs with not just the best performers. I asked to go on ride-alongs with new people too, and listen to what they said, and they'd walk in with the same pitch as everybody else, with everybody else competing within their industry, the same thing, and that's not productive. You got to be different. You have to think outside the box. You have to say things differently. You have to follow your process, and you have to not sound like them. When I walk into a deal, or when I walk into I'm extremely honest with my customer, and I talk with them as if I was talking to a friend. I never consider myself a sales professional. And sometimes I would take offense when a customer would treat me like other sales professionals. Like, I don't need to be treated like this. My job is to do this, this, and this, and provide a service to do this, this, and this. And I need you to work with me on this as a person. I've been 100% honest with you. My name's Carson. You know everything there is to know about me right now. And I need to know about you, and I need you to work with me on this process. So all you have to do is come to a point in your life, client, where you can just say yes or no, and it's a well-informed decision. But you have to help me help you. Okay? So that really, really, really helps. Watch everybody else not sound like them, and then get better. How can I improve my process? How can I do the same thing that everybody else is trying to do, but do it in a way that doesn't come off as salesy, doesn't come off as like you're trying to take advantage of someone, but you're more of an informative, personal guide for your company and for your product, for them to get the results that they want. So that's what we mean by that, guys, is those are the 3 tips we have on not how to sell like everyone else. And that's your goal. You want to sell like you want to be a top performer. And based off of the numbers in every sales industry, not selling like everybody else is beneficial. Sell like a top performer. Thanks a lot, guys, and we'll talk to you soon. Hey guys, this is Carson Cook, back at you again with the CSO Pro. Just wanted to put everything out there, guys. Thanks a lot for tuning into all the videos here on YouTube. I just wanted to point out to you guys real quick, just once again, this book will be going on sale May 1st this year, 2019. So coming up here pretty shortly, guys. And this is the No Shit Sales Journal, a confident, common sense, and practical guide to sales. Basically your Cliff Note version, okay, that can get you up to speed, guys, and give you a very solid foundation on how to sell. Now, this book, guys, is not just for sales professionals. This book you need to buy and read. It will help your life with your family, your kids, pretty much anyone that you would like to communicate with and become better at communication. Okay, so make sure you go to Amazon, guys, and put in your pre-order right now. We'll include a link below. But this book, guys, is going to be going on sale May 1st. It's also, guys, been featured on the Sales Babble with Pat Helmers. You can tune in to find out a little bit more about the book at salesbabble.com. Very, very, very good podcast. Pat Helmers, guys, is a very standing guy within sales. Very, very, very solid reputation. Amazing podcast with some of the best techniques, communication techniques, tips and tricks for sales. So go to the salesbabble.com. I'll put that link in the description below. But guys, please make sure to pick up your copy on Amazon today. Get one right now. Thanks, guys.